Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my trophy guide for Resident Evil 4 Remake. Head back into the room where you found Ashley and shoot down the yellow diamond treasure. Then climb up to the attic and jump outside the window after looting all the materials.
Get the ladder.
Okay. What do we do? There's no way out.
Jump down to where we can collect the elegant Headdress treasure and then go back into the room where we previously entered the tunnel.
Like I said, it's dangerous. Stay close.
Okay.
We can now use our small key here to unlock another yellow diamond treasure. We now have to escort Ashley, stealth kill the nearby enemy and then let me explain the basics while we wait for 2 more enemies to walk past us. Pressing circle will change Ashley's position, which is indicated in the bottom right corner of the screen. Always keep her close. This will at times endanger her, but this makes it easier to free her from an enemy trying to capture her. To free her from an enemy, either shoot the enemy or stealth kill it. Do not shoot Ashley, as that will either incapacitate or kill her, which will result in a game over. Leaving an area while Ashley is being carried away will also immediately result in a game over. Just keep these things in mind in case Ashley does get grabbed. Freeing her from an enemy's grasp will also reward you with the trophy Talk About Near-Death Experience. I will get this later this episode and you will get this by default in chapter 14. For now, just cross the graveyard. Headshot all enemies in your way and get back to the village. Combine and sell the usual, including another Viper. Repair your combat knife and you might also want to retrieve some first aid sprays for the upcoming section.
Stranger, welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger. I'll buy almost anything. I knew you were a go-getter. Good luck to you. Come back anytime.
Now cross through the town hall and use the tunnel to get into the village center.
Got it.
Hunnigan was right about the weather.
From here, quickly make your way to the northernmost house and boost up Ashley.
Not bad, right?
You cannot get damaged during this animation. This will also give you some time to take out the approaching enemies without having to worry about Ashley, as she will be busy unlocking the house from the inside. Clear out the enemies and then go inside to loot the elegant Bangle treasure.
Next.
Next, we will backtrack to the village chief's manor, where we can now get into the attic with Ashley's help.
I just want to go home.
Come on.
No prob. What is this place?
Up here, we will find another yellow herb, Castellan 5 out of 16, and the antique camera treasure. Now go back and cross through the village to reach the farm. On the way, we will encounter a unique enemy which we are going to ignore.
Leave me! Hey, wait, Leon! Where are you going?
Here you could rush through the enemies, but since we have to pick up a treasure and we have to look after Ashley, and there is a strong enemy here, I opted to take them all out. Note that some enemies won't capture Ashley but instead incapacitate her. This requires you to go to her location and press circle, making it much more difficult than freeing her from an enemy who carries her, which can be done from far away as well.
Shit! Out of the way.
Pick up the emerald which is dropped by the brute and then use the old way shrine key to unlock the antique pipe treasure.
Definitely gonna catch a cold.
You hurt?
I'm good, thanks.
This is the Villa Siege. Similar to the village siege, you will have to survive an onslaught of enemies. Just that this time it's even more enemies and the space is much more limited. Pick up all the loot and then follow me to the balcony upstairs.
Good to go.
Keep aiming at the doorway and headshot any enemy that enters. There is always a chance you get overwhelmed, so this tactic certainly isn't viable for higher difficulties. But this requires very little skill, and with all the healing items you have at this point, it will be easy as long as you keep healing and killing. The beheaded enemies can be annoying here too, so remember that it is better to deal with those guys by shooting them quickly. Do not waste any time trying to aim for the head. Also, pick up all enemy loot. The amount of enemies you kill will vary widely, which is why I did not pick up any loot here. But you can definitely do so to give you even more of an advantage. Eventually phase 2 of the siege will start. Enemies will occasionally place ladders to jump onto the balcony you are positioned on. You can position yourself in a way so that you can see both the doorway and the ladder whenever it gets placed behind you. You can kick it down by pressing X. Apart from that, we just continue as usual. Eventually a brute will appear. Fighting him in this narrow space will prove cumbersome, but we do not actually have to kill him at all. you will either want to use the whole building to fight the brute and kill it, or to avoid it and wait for the time limit to run out.
Thanks. Out of the way. Oh, sorry.
This will be the final chapter of the village map. Pick up all loot on the path and then combine and sell the usual to the merchant. We will also sell another green red yellow herb mix.
Focus on getting out of here.
Yeah, right.
I have something I think... You'll welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
We can now finally purchase the Red9 Stock, which we will attach to the Red9 right away. This will negate the terrible aiming capabilities of this handgun. Here we again gun down all the enemies. It is just way too inconsistent running through here with Ashley in tow. Don't forget your ability to parry whenever you get cornered.
Come on.
Pick up the emerald from the brute and then walk up the scaffolding to find another yellow diamond treasure.
You hurt?
I'm good, thanks.
Now loot the whole area and feel free to shoot down the two enemies throwing Molotov cocktails at you.
Hold still. Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
We now want to enter the shed to our left. Stagger the enemy from outside and then enter to finish him off. Collect all the loot inside as well as the Chalice of Atonement treasure. Before entering the checkpoint, we can shoot Castellan 6 out of 16 across the canyon.
Sure is quiet.
Here we first want to take out the 2 roaming enemies, then go up the wooden walkway where we can find another yellow herb.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Then follow it through the building to find your final old way shrine, which holds another elegant headdress. Go back into the building, pick up the green herb and then drop down the balcony to open up an escape route out of the building by knifing the padlock. Tell Ashley to hide and pick up another first aid spray before interacting with the checkpoint crank to trigger the next major battle. We can easily take care of these enemies by immediately running back to the entrance and taking out the enemies as they approach us. Killing both Chainsaw Sisters will reward us with another Sapphire and the checkpoint crank. Use the ladder to proceed and pick up all loot on the path.
Way. Feeling this? Damn. Give me a break already. Finally. Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. I guess.
You did well back there. Seems this isn't your first time running from creeps.
I can't tell if that's meant to be a compliment.
This escape sequence is very short and simple. Just run away until you spot a red barrel. Shoot it as the enemies run past it to clear the way. Then turn left after the cart and that is already it.
This way!
Got some new items.
Once again, combine your materials and sell the usual. In addition, we will also sell the old Wayshrine key.
Welcome. I got something new for you. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. Thank you. Crossing your T's.
We will now face another boss, so feel free to restock on first aid sprays. You can always send them back to storage if you need the space. Pick up the red herb here and start the fight. Immediately climb the ladder to your right. Staying on the upper levels gives you a big prompt to parry the boss's attacks, which makes it very easy. Just keep shooting him in between parries. You can try hitting the eye on his back, but our main goal is just to connect our shots. Whenever he falls to the ground, you want to reload and then perform a knife attack from the upper floor for some free damage. Immediately go back to the upper floor when reaching phase 2. The boss will now throw projectiles at us, and the upper floor offers much more space to dodge them. They are easily evaded by simply running to the left or right. He can change that up by throwing one projectile to our left and one to our right. In that case, we just want to stay completely still. Whenever he prepares to throw explosive barrels, you want to shoot them as he holds them to deal a lot of damage. We no longer get obvious parry prompts, so if he does close the gap and engage in close quarter combat, you want to stay on the opposite side of the upper floor. Defeating Bitores Méndez will unlock the trophy Grilled Big Cheese. Collect Méndez's false eye and make sure to loot the arena before jumping out the window.
Hey! You coming?
On the way to the castle, we want to shoot down the emerald treasure from a nearby tree. This is the final village treasure and rewards you with the Bandit trophy. Starting with Chapter 7, we are now in the castle section of the game. Cross to the courtyard to find a hidden room holding the vintage compass treasure.
I have some new
Again, combine your materials and sell the usual before repairing your combat knife at the merchant.
goods. Welcome. I've got something new for you, mate. Ruby's all rubbish. It makes no difference. The price, well, thank you. Good as new.
Now follow me deeper inside the castle. We will encounter a new enemy type right away, but for now we will just ignore it and run past.
What are they?
Shh. Keep your voice down.
What is that?
Quickly run forward to avoid the archers and kill the enemy in front of you. Ascend the stairs and shoot the weight you can see inside the tower through one of the windows. This will raise the cannon. Wait for the catapult ahead to shoot before killing the enemy in front of you and proceeding. Kill the enemy atop the stairs and turn back to kill another enemy trying to sneak up on you. Now climb the stairs and head towards the large gate while taking out 2 more enemies.
That's it. One down.
From here we can destroy the northern catapult by shooting the explosive barrel. Then wait for the western catapult to shoot before crossing the bridge and shooting the explosive barrel to destroy the eastern catapult. Now wait for the western catapult to shoot again so we can safely cross the bridge to reach the cannon. There will be an enemy next to the cannon, so be prepared to shoot them. Use the cannon to kill all the remaining zealots that are running towards you. This will also reward you the Overkill trophy.
Firing again!
Destroy both remaining catapults and the castle gates before dropping down next to the cannon.
It's open! Go!
Okay.
Pick up all loot as per usual and follow me to reach the elegant Bangle treasure. Enter the castle, combine your materials and sell the usual at the merchant before proceeding.
Wow. Look at this place. I mean, it's old, but...
Welcome. I got something new for you. Ruby's all rubbish, it makes no difference. The price, well, a deal well struck. Don't get yourself killed now.
Trigger the cutscene and immediately turn back. We want to take out the single enemy behind us first. We now encounter probably the most annoying enemy type, shielded enemies. On this handgun only playthrough we got no choice but to shoot holes into the shield through which we can shoot the enemy. This makes it very annoying to fight them within groups as they take much longer to kill. You can alternatively try running behind them or shooting their head or feet if they stick out. Make absolutely sure your knife is at full durability after this fight. Go repair it if it is not. We need this for an upcoming trophy. Loot the audience chamber and boost up Ashley to open the path forward.
Come on.
No problem.
I need you to open it from the other side.
Okay.
Take a right to find and collect the elegant Perfume Bottle treasure. Now squeeze through the gap in the wall and turn left where we shoot down another ruby treasure. Enter the dungeons and follow me through the narrow pathways while picking up the red herb and handgun ammo.
Careful. What was that? Do they keep animals down here or something?
After collecting the dungeon key, we will be faced with our first garrador. Run into the open room and then start crouching. This enemy is blind and will not be able to locate you as long as you do not sprint, do not shoot, and do not touch any of the dangling chains. We now want to kill this enemy using only knives to unlock the trophy Never Heard It Coming. This is most easily done by performing 4 stealth attacks on it. Approach it from behind until the R2 prompt appears. The garrador will occasionally attack in random directions, which makes it impossible to consistently pull this off quickly and safely. But since we are on the lowest difficulty, we can easily heal any damage we take. Pick up the red barrel, which drops from the garrador, as well as any loot lying around. Then use the crank to escape this room. Pick up all the loot and use the dungeon key to escape the dungeons.
It's you. What happened down there?
Nothing. You were right about the animals, though.
Inside the treasury, we want to pick up the Spinel treasure on one of the shelves, and also shoot Castellan 7 out of 16. Now follow me into the next room where we shoot the snake, eagle and stag medallions to open the middle gate and collect the bloodied sword.
Look at all of this. What's that used for?
Next we collect the iron sword and golden sword. Then place the iron sword where you found the golden sword. From here, move to the right, collect the rusted sword, and place the golden sword, bloodied sword and rusted sword in that order to solve the puzzle.
guess you were right.
Here I collect weapon 8 out of 29, the boot knife. This is a random drop, but there will be spots where we are guaranteed to pick this up later in this playthrough. Also collect the gold Bangle treasure and then leave the treasury. Turn left to shoot the seahorse medallion. Then turn the opposite direction and kick down the ladder.
As before, isn't it? Guess we just circled around.
Next we jump across the closest chandelier to reach the opposite balcony. Shoot the snake medallion from here to open the path forward before dropping down a nearby hole where we can collect the golden Hourglass treasure. Use the previously lowered ladder to get back up and use the newly opened path to reach the next safe room.
Leon, are you kidding me? Jumping across chandeliers, seriously, who does that?
What are you, my mother?
Are you ready to hand over the girl?
Not this guy again.
I'm taking delivery of preparing some entertainment for you. Without further ado, the gallant knight protects the princess bed.
We now go through a long combat section. The first part simply has us fight a lot of enemies. Protecting Ashley is not as much of a concern, since we can generally funnel the enemies towards us while keeping Ashley behind us. The first step is the only potentially dangerous one. Follow me and run past the enemies to drop down to the lower level. If Ashley gets grabbed here, just shoot the enemy in question and proceed. Do not move forward from here. That way all the enemies down here will not become aggressive towards you, and we can one by one take out the enemies dropping down from above. As usual, the only problematic enemies are those with shields. Use sound cues to indicate if there are more enemies above you.
Out of the way. You're serious.
When you are done, we next take out all the enemies down here. Many of them are the new type of Plaga enemies, so let me now explain how to best fight them. These enemies have a huge amount of health and can eat up a lot of your ammo. However, they take massively increased damage when being shot inside of their open mouth. So only shoot them when their mouth is open to kill them in just 1 to 3 shots. Additionally, you want to be ready to melee attack them for free damage. Just keep in mind that their melee attack window is much shorter than that of regular enemies.
One down.
loot the area and then pick up the halo wheel. Place it in the designated spot and then take out the 2 enemies that spawn where you first dropped down.
Nice shot.
Now turn the wheel and go up the stairs. Position yourself in the corner just as I do to stay outside the range of the mini archers upstairs. From here we take out all the enemies that approach us, only leaving cover to perform melee attacks and knife kills. As long as you keep moving, the chances to get shot are very small. Next, we snipe all the archers with our handgun.
Give me a break already.
Now that we have killed all enemies and completed phase 1 of this fight, we can pick up all the loot in this area. Afterwards we use the halo wheel again to lower another staircase. If at any point you run out of inventory space, you can send your combat knife to storage since it is broken anyways. Pick up all the loot up here as well and then prepare for phase 2. Boost up Ashley the latch on the left to have her turn the 2 wheels on the upper section. Immediately turn the 1 wheel close to you and then shoot the enemies approaching Ashley. She has to perform the whole wheel turning in one go, so letting her get interrupted means she has to start over again.
for you! Don't stop!
After the first wheel, some enemies will spawn on the lower level and attack you. For now, you should concentrate just on killing these 4 enemies and not worry about Ashley's progress. Just shoot any enemy that grabs Ashley for now. After this, we then have to protect her from getting grabbed while turning the final wheel.
Next. Hang on! I've got you!
Escape the waterhole once you are done, and that concludes chapter 7 and this episode. I will see you in the next one.
Hurry up!
Come on.
Okay.